Dear Pisces and Virgo, I got a bit cut off in the last video as I was pulling the card for what the recent full moon and black moon Lilith, as she helps hold our queen moon in place, was offering to you. And look at this, we got the Queen of Lights, which is the Virgin Mary. At least in my opinion, that's how I read this card from my strange deck that arrived unannounced one day. And this is, I see this figure as Mary Magdalene. So we have this combining of these figures of solace and creativity and blessing and protection coming together here in this card. And then I wanted to look a little bit more at Pisces card in this deck. There's comfort here, there's heraldry here, there's the moon here, and there's this, what appears to be a scary creature in the water here, but I think that it may be a hidden sorrow or a hidden rage, but it is, or just a hidden intensity. And then there's a reflection here under the moon with your prudence, dear Virgo. And I see in these cards, just look, that looks like a heart of love coming out of this twisting together, and you got that balancing card in your pain position, Virgo. I just think these cards are very fascinating to consider. There's a little snake here even too. So there's reflection occurring for both of you under the, I mean, that was quite a welling, quite an emotional full moon, at least for me. There's a lot of opportunity here for rebalancing, for transfiguration, for listening to what has been repressed, for a coming together of what's been polarized. And yeah, I think that's all. So next, my dears, we have one card each for what the Venus retrograde may offer you. As the Venus goes retrograde on the 5th, and in terms of your, well, just, I'm not going to put anything on it. I'll see what cards come up as what the Venus retrograde, the energy of the Venus retrograde may offer to you. Okay, Pisces, you got the 7 of Pentacles. So this is a way to carry the materiality of your I'm trying to think of the right word, the materiality of your abundance, how to carry the materiality of your abundance, perhaps the wish come true that you may be having trouble seeing or integrating, how to carry that materiality of your abundance. You may be reflecting upon that during this Venus retrograde. And then the Knight of Cups for you. So you might look at this Knight of Cups as kind of looking to the side even as he's offering. I think you're still in this state of wanting to balance between the past and the future, and self and others' needs, and then your hope and worry being one and the same, dear Virgo. So you're kind of moving forward, but at the same, and offering, but at the same time looking back during this Venus retrograde. And then what does each of your own energy offer you at this time, at this crisp beginning of the fall season? What does your watery energy, mutability, offer to you? It's a 3 of Pentacles, and I've read this as releasing worry, letting it fall away out of your mind's grooves. Pisces, and I think that's enough to say about that card for now. And then Virgo, you got the Six of Cups, which is this remembrance. And again, I've been reading this as recollection, a remembering of the solitary and the sociable grace of each of us as we care for self and other, as we care for ourselves and for each other. Okay, so that's offered to and through each of you during this during this time, and that I'm reading in this collective reading. So a releasing of worry and a new way of holding abundance. And abundance can be defined in many ways, dear Pisces, and then a still kind of awkward back and forth, somewhat. Still finding your balance, your footing as you move forward. Virgo, into this remembrance and recollection, and you're offering that. Actually, both of these cards for Venus retrograde look a little shy, a tad uncertain, but yet there is maybe not so much uncertain as just not used to it yet. Okay, upside down in the field of possibility, we got the Seven of Cups. This, I read the Seven of Cups as dreams. I mean, many people read it as dreams. And this means the dreams may come into the field of actual potential and possibility more easily as it comes up reversed. The Earth trine is offering you the Queen of Cups. The Earth trine is offering the Queen of Cups to you all. It's this, it's this absolutely figure just grounded in love, just absolutely overflowing with love. Although this queen in this deck looks a little, I'm not going to say sad. She looks quite contemplative. She's quiet at this time in this Earth trine, but that doesn't make her any less full of love. She's careful, perhaps. The water trine, she's a bit reticent, a bit more reticent than some of the Queen of Cups cards that I've seen. But no less absolutely full of and defined by love. The Ten of Pentacles for the water trine. You've got the Ten of Pentacles for the water trine. So this is again, it kind of mirrors, of course, the Seven of Pentacles. It relates to it. This coming into a field of creating a space and a reality for your abundance. This one is a little more, there's a little more kind of going on here, kind of like conversation and negotiation and navigation than I see in some Ten of Pentacles cards, but nevertheless it is about creating a space to contain love and abundance, a life that contains room for reflection, contemplation, joy, and a lot of things that we don't leave a lot of room for in the current way that our culture, at least my culture in the US, doesn't leave a lot of room for at times. Our imaginations as part of the earth, the mental coming in from the air. We have the Page of Wands, and you had the Page of Swords with the clarity, and which usually swords are connected with air. Pisces, you had that one. Anyway, this Page of Wands, I see this as the magic wand with this human figure on earth with their magic wand, able to mark, able to make, and this is a beginning, again, a renewal, and it's at the very shoreline, at the coalescence of, you think of that shiny, sparkly mud that's under the very edges of the waves at the beach, and that's you two in the integration at this time, across what you each offer across that wheel to all of us. It's magic. And then the Three of Cups is celebration. That's what the intellect is. Intellect as celebration, rather than, all the other things intellect has been used for. Okay, and then upside down we have the Five of Cups, which is moving away. This is crowning this section of the reading. the Five of Cups, which especially in this deck I read as moving away from the ways that your ancestors may have had to contain or hold themselves, their imaginations, their emotions, their experiences, the reality of their soul's true shape. And they may have had to hold it in ways that are not comfortable for you and perhaps weren't comfortable for them either, but you are moving forward. You have your materials, you have your joy. I mean, it's cellular. You have these things and you move forward in a new way. And I will go on to the next part of the reading now.